Hello and welcome to this hopefully short video, which I would like to call When Disaster Strikes and How to Strike Back. And as you might have guessed when you look at the screen, it's about hacking. And in this case, just a couple of days ago, there was discovered a vulnerability in ThriveThemes, which started with me getting this message 2 days ago. And if you are like me, maybe sometimes you get too many mails and you don't get pay immediate attention to this kind of mails. But I can tell you should. And in this case, it came not only from ThriveThemes, but from a lot of other also who discovered this. It went out in the whole WordPress community. So probably if you're using ThriveThemes, you get it from several, even if you don't use it, you became aware of this vulnerability. But I was a little bit late. I thought I updated everything, and especially I paid attention to update our main membership site, IMBuyersClub.com. But I forgot one site. Now I will tell you how I solved this problem thanks to a special function in our hosting provider, which is called Malware Scan, and the other which is called Timeline Backup. And this is something which you don't see in many other hosts, and especially you don't see how easy it is to solve. So it starts with that you get from the hosting company. I'm not sure how. Yes, probably yours looks exactly like this. So it's a new malware warning. Pay attention to this. I beg you, do that, because it will save you a lot of work, and I will explain why. In this case, 5 infected files were found in imaps.net. And what do we do in such a case? Well, there are several things you can do, but what you start with is to go into your control panel, which looks approximately like this. I might move it a little bit here. See. So it looks something like this, and this is the control panel for one of your, if you have several hosting packages, this is the control panel for one of those specific hosting packages. And here you have 2 ways to find your files, infected files. Either you go into this malware scan where the report will be shown, or you go into the file manager. In this case I will start with the file manager, because anyhow there you have to do the job. And now I have a lot of files on this because I have a lot of subdomains for different things. But when you come in here, down in the right corner you will see the infected files. And now of course I didn't record this until after I cleaned or restored this site, meaning that right now there are no malware, but if it would have been, you would have seen it here. It would have been a red symbol. You would have clicked there and you would have come to the report. And in the report you will find exactly the location in which folders the infected files are. So that is one way to start to see the seriousness of this report, of this warning. In this case we had a very serious issue, because hackers had got in and redirected, had created a couple of files already here in the root file, and a couple of more in the public HTML. And I went in, I deleted them, but it didn't help. There were more files infected. So what to do then? And what it happened was that everyone who came to the site, they were redirected to some strange sites. I never saw them because my malware scan on the, or protection on the computer picked it up and prevented me from prevented my browser from opening those sites. So I really don't know what it was, but there was some strange URLs. So this didn't work. To delete the discovered vulnerabilities didn't help. So what to do? No, very easy with 20i. You go back into the control panel and you look at the timeline backup. I can tell you, by the way, this malware scan, it should have been a paid service because it's in principle it's in real time, or at least it's every day, and but you get it free in your hosting packages. And another thing which is a paid service but which you get free too is the timeline backups. So what you do when you go, in this case, you decide that you can't fix this hack, you have to restore a backup. And 20i makes this extremely easy. You just open this, and now in this case it will take some time to load. If you have a very big site, it will take some time to load this. So don't be afraid if it stays like this for a while, and if it will still soon come this waiting, rotating icon here. But yeah, here you see it. So maybe we can wait until it opens here. Otherwise, let me open it separately. I have it already opened. So here you see actually, I think it would be, yeah, it's the same. So here you see the timeline backup that we're taking. And you can take new snapshots and you can see which kind of backups we have here. And as I said, I have a lot of subdomains with their special software scripts on this page. There are a lot of these white labels which we are selling separately, or you have separately. But in this main, everything is collected, and that is in the IMAPS net. It's the whole folder from here and down everywhere. So all public HTML, everything is included in this timeline backup, in this web backup. So what you can do here, of course you can take snapshots manually, but you don't need that because you have, every day you have the snapshots taken for you. Now this will also take, I will pause a little bit here. So you click on the view snapshots and you scroll down to find the restore web space snapshot. And here you can select which backup snapshot you want to restore. And in my case, I should have told you a way to find additional files that might be infected when you are in the file manager is to select the modified date to start with the newest. And here you will find if this vulnerability or this hack was done, let's say in this case it was done actually 25th of March, and then you should go down and find all those files that could have been changed. And if you are know something about what should be in those files, you might be able to clean them. But in my case, it was just too much and too much hidden, so I gave up that part and went for the restoring instead from the timeline backup. So when you come down here, and in my case, I just clicked on some of this backup. In this case, I clicked probably on the 23rd or something like that. And here, the interesting thing here, and this is something that you can use for other things, if you have several hosting packages, it's extremely easy to use this way to clone sites. And this is what I'm using actually to very quickly clone the CadeStack sites to your hosting packages. Since I have the admin area so I have all your hosting packages available, I can easily go down here and select another hosting package. Now in this case there are no other packages in this account. That's why I don't see anything else. And I have only one place to restore it to. I can of course also restore it to another path if you want to make a copy of your main or one subdomain into another subdomain or subfolder. Then you can use this option to restore it to somewhere else. Anyhow, in this case, we just should restore, and we just click on restore. And it takes maximum 2 minutes for this huge site to be restored completely. And when that is done, you can click again on the malware scan here, and you can make a new scan and see if what you did helped. And in this case, you see here we have the infected files here, and I made a new scan after I restored the backup, and good news, no infected files found. So that's how easy it is with this function in the IMBuyersClub hosting. And this is of course only one of the advantages you have with this hosting system. The other I spoke about edge caching, the web optimization, which makes it it's a lot of plugins that can mess up your WordPress site that you can be without, since you have this built into the hosting package service. So that's about it I want to say in this. I hope you take advice of this. Check your email regularly for warnings, and take as a habit when you are into your file manager, take as a warning to always look down and see if you have a look down to the right and see if everything is fine. As soon as you have something red there, be aware and find it, try to fix it. If you can't fix it, then you have to restore. And when you go into this malware scanning, you will see when the files from where you should restore it. So you will see when the vulnerability occurred. Okay, thank you for watching this. I hope you take notice and take care. Bye.